Fairy Dust Detective. In a tiny police station built inside a flowering rose bush, Detective Pip Dewdrop adjusted her badge made from a polished acorn cap and straightened her magnifying glass crafted from a drop of morning dew. She was the youngest fairy detective in the Enchanted Forest, known for solving cases that left even the wisest owl scratching his head. One morning, just as the sun was painting golden streaks through the leaves, a frantic butterfly rushed into her office, its wings shimmering with worry. "Detective Dewdrop. Detective Dewdrop," it panted. "Something terrible has happened. All the colors are disappearing from the Rainbow Meadow." Pip grabbed her investigation kit, a notepad made of maple leaves, her trusty magnifying glass, and a pouch of emergency fairy dust, and flew to the scene. Sure enough, the usually vibrant Rainbow Meadow looked like an old black and white photograph. The flowers were gray, the grass was pale, and even the normally colorful toadstools had lost their spots. Pip muttered, examining a colorless daisy through her magnifying glass. She noticed something sparkling on one of the petals. Aha! Traces of reversed fairy dust. Using her special detective training, Pip began collecting clues. She interviewed a ladybug who had lost her spots, consulted with a chameleon who could only change to different shades of gray, and followed a trail of tiny backward footprints that sparkled faintly. The footprints led to a hollow log where she found something curious, a wand wrapped in spider silk, but it was pointing backward. Next to it was a note written in shaky handwriting. "Dear anyone who finds this, I'm so sorry. I was trying to practice my color enhancement spells for the upcoming Fairy Academy exam, but I held my wand the wrong way. Now everything's going gray, and I don't know how to fix it. Tumble Thistledown." Pip followed more backward footprints and found young Tumble hiding in a buttercup, looking very miserable indeed. "Don't worry," Pip said kindly. "The first rule of detecting is that every problem has a solution. We just have to look at it from the right angle." She examined Tumble's wand through her magnifying glass and noticed something interesting. When viewed through the dewdrop lens, the backward spell looked forward. "I've got it," Pip exclaimed. If the spell was cast backward, then the solution must be. She whispered something in Tumble's ear. Together, they flew back to the meadow. Following Pip's instructions, Tumble flew backward, held his wand upside down, and said his spell while spinning counterclockwise. Suddenly, color burst back into the meadow like a rainbow after rain. The flowers regained their hues, the ladybug's spots returned, and the chameleon turned a delighted shade of purple. "Elementary, my dear Tumble," Pip said with a smile. "Sometimes the best way to fix a backward problem is to think backward too." News of Pip's clever solution spread throughout the Enchanted Forest. She even helped Tumble write a new chapter for the Fairy Academy spellbook about the importance of wand direction and what to do if spells go wrong. From that day on, whenever anything mysterious happened in the forest, whether it was missing dewdrops or mixed up mushroom spots, everyone knew just who to call. Detective Pip Dewdrop, the fairy who could solve any case with a sprinkle of logic and a dash of magic. And Tumble? He passed his exam with flying colors, literally. He became known as the fairy who could fix backward spells, thanks to the lessons learned from his mistake and a clever young detective who knew that every mystery has a solution, if you just look at it from the right angle. The end.